So here's a message for candidates that are working with recruiters. So especially in medical sales, I've been on both sides. I've been a rep, and obviously I'm recruiting now. Also was in management for years. So I've seen, all three sides of what it takes and what happens when someone is actually going for a sales job. Okay, so as a rep, I totally understand that when you're trying to get a new position, your job, you have to be concerned about what's best for you, to get the most amount of money, to get the best opportunity overall. Obviously that is number one of importance for when you're going for a job. But you have to understand, guys, you have to be respectful to the individuals that are working with you and are trying to help you out. And when you're working with recruiters, because I've had this happen to me many times, and unfortunately, it's just not the right way to approach when you're going for a new opportunity, where you have a job opening that a recruiter is helping you with, and you accept the job, and then 2 days later you take another opportunity, for better pay. Now, while it's okay that you have to do what's best for you, you have to, be respectful to the hiring manager and the recruiter, and just be upfront. Just tell them that, yeah, while I really want this opportunity that you're presenting to me, I just have to be transparent that I'm in the final stages of another job opportunity that does pay higher, or is offering me X, Y, and Z. Because number one, that could be more beneficial to you, because then the recruiter can go back to the hiring manager and say, this individual is being offered, 20, 30,000 more at XYZ company. So, you might want to come up in your offer, so it could work out in your best favor. But to not disclose any of that, you accept a job with one company and then take another job 2 days later, it's very, very unprofessional, because it makes the recruiter look bad with his client, because they never, uncovered that during the interview process. So they blame the recruiter. So it affects their relationship. And then also, the recruiter knows all the other recruiters. It's a very small industry and network where all the recruiters know each other. So you don't want to get that reputation, because they all work together, that, you don't want to work with this person because they screwed me over and took another job, and now they could potentially do that to you later on. So you want to make sure that you're just being upfront, be transparent. Trust me, it works. No one can fault you for taking more money and doing what's best for you. But if you're not being transparent, you're taking a job just to, get security, and then you're still looking, and then you wind up, hurting the relationship with the recruiter. Trust me, they're not going to want to work with you in the future. So I'm sure most of you haven't had this experience, but for some of you that have, just giving this as a teaching moment, because I don't want to see some of you guys out there that start, getting ignored by recruiters because you get a reputation of not being transparent during the process. So I hope this helps, guys. Thank you.